here today. I think signing date is a great day for the University of Pittsburgh. We have had really 26 total football players, student athletes to this class. With hundreds more families that are going to be new Pitt fans that they put that hat on, they wear the script, and again they're new Pitt fans that we're going to put behind the field and continue the tradition we've got here at the University of Pittsburgh. Obviously, very excited about the quality, not only student but athlete that we're bringing in here. I think when you look at it, our staff has been through some major battles. Okay, and sometimes they're big battles, sometimes they're little battles, but you like to be in battles. And I think regardless of the battle you're in, you'd like to win them all. And just like you get those 12 guaranteed Saturdays, where we get an opportunity to get those battles, we want to go after them. Ton of ability. With ability comes that word, that P word that I was always taught growing up in high school, is potential. Okay, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of this really because I know probably every one of our prospects will go back and look and say, what did coach say today? Okay, and when you look at it, you got all these players and they've got these egos. And again, they were the star in their high school. Okay, they've all got potential. Some guys will reach their potential, some guys won't. But that's our job as coaches, to develop them as they get here. So they're coming here as high school stars, okay, and they're going to start off at the bottom rung of college football, and that's really reality. And that's kind of where we are today. So they've all got potential to be great football players here. Okay, we hope they all get to that potential and become all stars and play at the next level. And when we recruit them, we're kind of talking about, hey, get to that level. We're not just saying, hey, you're going to get to the NFL. I promise you. It's getting to the NFL, and it's also, you better get your degree. And I think that's really what attracts a lot of students here, is that ability to get their degree. So I'm excited about it. We've been in some battles. We got potential in this class, and if you're listening to me today, some of you athletes out there, our intent is to make sure you reach that potential. You're going to have to work hard. And we got a few things in the back of that wall. We talk about attitude. You got to come with a good attitude every day. That they aren't all coming with that. Okay, we got to put that into their bodies and make sure they've got effort. Okay, some of these guys can get by without playing with great effort. Okay, we're going to try to teach them to have that 100% effort every day in whatever they do, academically or on the field. I think that's that's huge. Toughness. A lot of these guys, we see toughness. I mean, you can see some toughness and some attitude on the field. Do they have it off the field as well? But we're going to try to instill toughness, and then ultimately what our coaches have to do is instill that knowledge, which is back there. And some of you guys have been in this room a lot. Those are really the backbone of this football program that we're going to try to instill in all these guys that have potential. I think that's the key. A ton of stuff goes into this recruiting. I mean, the work and effort. Some of them are since I've been here. We've been working on. Okay, some have been 2 years, some years like a year, and some prospects maybe a couple months that we've worked hard. But I really want to start off really by thanking, number one, the 2017 class that signed their letter of intents and scholarship papers today, to thank them for really their trust and faith in the University of Pittsburgh. And it's not just me, it's in every bit of the process. Okay, and I want to thank those guys because it takes a lot. This is, I've been through one major decision in my life, really two, and I say major decision because I didn't know what to do. Okay, when I took this job, it was a major decision. I had no doubts this was the right thing to do. This was easy. But I've been through a decision, maybe 6-7 years ago that was like, wow, I don't know what to do. For 3 days, I didn't know what to do. These guys go through months of not knowing what to do. So I want to thank those players and their families for all the support that we've got there. Our coaching staff, and not only our coaches, but our coaches' wives and their kids, because they're all affected. My wife and kids are affected. I want to thank those guys because no one really understands the effort they put into it. And we can tweet about it, how many places they were and stops, and Coach Harley can, get all his pictures and say, oh, we'll have his signs. But no one really, if you were on that trail one day or 1 week with our coaches, you realize really what they sacrifice for this university. I want to thank, our coaches and the families and their wives especially, because they've got to put up with us. So in case tonight our coaches forget to thank their wives, I'll make sure I get that in. One of the key components when we come on a visit is getting our players not only in here to see this facility, but to get them around campus to see the professors. I mean, we did a great job of getting every prospect on Friday when they arrived into if they're interested in business, they went into business. engineering, they went into engineering. We got them with Mark Harding. So I want to thank all those guys on campus. You know, I can't individually thank every one of them, but everybody that was associated with helping us, you know, in the classroom with really what Pittsburgh is all about and really why you come to school. So I want to thank them. I want to thank Mike Faribaum and Tanea, Keith Davis in our academic support for all the, you know, the Saturdays they spent with us, or Friday nights that they spent with our prospects. I think it's, you know, again, just unbelievable. And then Penny in life skills, with everything he does there. You know, Penny is usually a highlight. I don't know how much you guys probably need to go do a story on Penny Smaya. You know, there's not a mom that walks out of there and says, I want him to, you know, be here with Penny, okay? You know, and I don't know what our hit ratio was. You know, you recruiting gurus, Chris, you can probably figure it out what our hit ratio was. But when we get prospects on campus, we got a pretty good hit ratio of getting those guys. So I want to thank them. I want to thank our football team. I think they're the best, really, recruiters we have. You know, I probably said this last year, but our coaches' jobs are to get them on campus. But our kids do a great job when they're on campus. You know, they got a 1 o'clock curfew. I don't know if you knew that, but they do a great job. They sell this place. The university sells itself. You know, I think you know, they do a great job with hosting our football players. And then I want to thank our fans. Okay, I want to thank our fans. I want to thank, you know, the Panther Pit, the Oakland Zoo. You know, those guys are so good at basketball games and football games, and you know, the fans are so important. Okay, you know, we don't need them to interact with the guys on Twitter too much, or in a bad way, but you know, fans packing that football stadium, fans packing the basketball arena help us out, and the more we can get of that, the better this program is going to be. Some quick facts.